can we beat Kirby Gym without jumping? Let's see. Megalor's an alien that crashed on a pop star. But who cares about that? Let's go to level 1. Level 1 causes problems almost immediately, with a hole. We sadly have no copy builds to help us, so what are we gonna do? Is the challenge over already? Luckily, this is where multiplayer comes to save us. With the help of Yellow Kirby, we're able to make it across by him shooting us, basically. And everything goes well till we see another cliff. Unlucky was able to obtain the soar ability, and when I tried to get up, I barely missed it. It was so close. This is where Bandan Wally comes in. Like I said in the intro, Bandan Wally or the Spear ability can actually fly. So all we have to do is use the upward slash get Kirby on top of Wally, and Wally just flies across, helping us complete level 1. Level 2 is actually pretty easy compared to level 1. There was only a couple dangerous jumps, but with Soar I was able to complete them. Level 3 was mostly the same, but there's one ability I have to talk about, being Fire. Unlike Soar, Fire can keep going up walls, helping me complete level 3. Level 4 is actually pretty difficult. This jump was so hard to make with Soar, I should have changed to Fire. It was really difficult, but I was able to do it, and having to switch to Fire to get over this wall. But after that, the level wasn't too hard. It was now time to fight Wispy Woods. Like normally, Wispy Woods wasn't too hard, it was just a little weird not being able to jump during this battle, but after a couple of minutes, he was taken out. The only thing I had to watch out for was at the end, since Megalor Priest is floating, I need the ability to get me up there. Now into World 2 or Raisin Ruins. 2-1 was a breeze. It was really easy and there was only a couple cliffs I had to use Fire for. This challenge is making me really appreciate Fire more, a lot more than I did before. Level 2-2 introduced us to our next ability being Water. Water is an ability that can help us get up cliffs, so it's a really good one to use. And with Water and Soar, we're able to complete the level pretty easily. Level 2-3 was extremely slow, since I basically was using Soar to keep going up every hill. I should have brought on Fire, but of course I forgot to. Luckily, later on, I found Tornado, which was a godsend in this level. Tornado can basically fly and go anywhere, and I don't have to jump at all. It makes this level go by so much faster. 2-4 was absolutely terrible. It started off with me trying to get this key to the top, and it's so annoying because I have to throw the key up, while the block moves, then use the sword to get up there before the key expires. It was so stupid. This took me over 10 minutes. The rest of the level wasn't so bad. I needed Fire Kirby and use multiplayer with another Yellow Kirby to get the Ultra Source, and it's required in this level. But still, that was so annoying. I hate this key forever. Next up is the boss. Mr. Dude wasn't too hard. I wasn't able to avoid a lot of his attacks since I wasn't able to get above him a lot, but he wasn't crazy hard. Something I've noticed with the bosses is that the bosses aren't actually too hard, even while not being able to jump. Maybe this game is too easy. Maybe I should have done the extra mode. This is foreshadowing. Anyways, I still had to make sure I brought an ability like Sword Tornado to get the Megalor piece at the end. With that, let's head to World 3 or Onion Ocean. 3-1 was really easy. Using Tornado, I was able to get through the level super fast. Tornado's becoming one of my favorite abilities now because it's really helpful in this challenge. In this level, we also found Spear. Now we can access the Spear ability that Bandan Wally has so we can fly in the air. Other than that, the level was able to be completed. 3-2 wasn't really hard thanks to Spear. There were a couple times I needed to use the Copter, but other than that, it wasn't hard at all. I see why Bandan Wally likes the Spear. It's really good, especially when you can't jump. 3-4 is mostly the same, using the water ability to get through some tough sections. But there was one issue that I fell into. Monster Flame is sadly required for this level, and since Monster Flame has no upward mobility, I had to send Yellow Kirby out to come take Monster Flame and help me complete the rest of the level. But thanks to Yellow Kirby's Monster Flame ability, I was able to get across and finish the level. 3-4 was actually a pretty easy level. Since I was swimming most of the time, I didn't have to jump much. There was only one area where I needed to jump up to get up, so I used my Tornado ability to get me there. Tornado is really one of the best abilities at this point. Like, it's really, really good. And with that, it's boss time. You know, I said that the bosses were too easy? Well, this one changed it. Since I can't jump to avoid attacks, even with the Copter ability, it was really hard. I haven't played this game in so long, it was really bad. And since I'm so used to using my Leaf or Ice ability for invincibility, it was really rough. Luckily, I was still able to beat Fatty Puffer without dying, and use Spirit Copter to get another piece of the Lore Star Cutter. We are already on World 4, White Wafers. Let's go. 4-1 wasn't too hard, it was just a lot of going up a lot of slopes. Thank God for Spear. If I didn't have Spear, it would be really bad. Luckily in Spearcopter, Spear can literally destroy enemies, which is one of the best things about Spearcopter, because look how many enemies there are. This was crazy. Crazy. I could have technically done this with Sword, Tornado, or Fire, which would probably make things a little bit easier, but still, Spear is one of the best abilities in the game. At the end, I had a little fight with the Giant Edge here, which I realized that if when I dash as Fire, you're invincible. I don't know how I just noticed that, but it's really good. This will help a lot in the future. And that was the end of the level. 4-2 was actually a little difficult. There were a couple of dangerous jumps I had to make without getting hit by ice, like this one here. But once I got Fire, it was really easy. At the end, I decided to not take the Grand Hammer ability, not realizing you needed to progress. But luckily, I was just able to summon Bandana Wallaby to come help me, and he flew me across the level. To be clear, I didn't need to use Bandana Wallaby, but I didn't want to have to start the level over just to get the Grand Hammer, so I just used this instead. And after 4-2, the rest of the levels aren't that crazy to talk about. I'm just going to talk about how 4-3 was easy to clear, same with 4-4, 4-5, and 4-6. It seems like the more I get into the game, the easier levels get, since I have more abilities at my disposal. So let's head for the boss, which was a big challenge. I decided to take Fire into the final battle, which was my first mistake. This stupid monkey is so annoying. He immediately drops you down, and then starts flying across the screen, or jumping across the screen. This makes Fire so hard to attack this thing, because it keeps going up, and I can't jump or fly to attack it. Luckily, after 5 minutes of fighting this stupid thing, he finally was able to almost die, until he drops more ground and almost gets me stuck. Thank God I don't have an ability that just falls into a cliff and can't jump out. This is my least favorite boss now. This one sucks so much. Anyways, I was finally able to beat it, and get another piece of the Star Lore Cutter. Onto World 5, or Nutty Noon. Now this video is getting pretty repetitive, so let's fast forward a bit. 5-1, 5-2, 5-4, and 5-5 were easy to clear with Tornado. I told you Tornado was one of the best abilities, like it's a really good ability. It may be a little too overpowered, so I won't be using it in the boss battle. Only level to give me trouble though was 5-3. In 5-3 there's this wind which has so much trouble, I could not control Kirby properly in Tornado. It was really hard, I should have probably brought Spear or something. But luckily, over time, I was able to get used to it and was able to complete the level. Which means it's already time for the boss. Now, Grand Doomer is a different type of boss. Grand Doomer is in the air, like Fatty Puffer and the Gorilla, but the difference is it's so close to the ground, I don't need to go super high up. So Grand Doomer wasn't too hard. And luckily, when the second phase started, where I had to turn into Ultra Sword Kirby, it still wasn't too bad. It never required me to make a jump, so it was nice and easy. We're already done 5 of the worlds. Decided to finish the final 2 worlds in Halcondra, being first, Egg Engines. This world was super easy with the help of Tornado. Every single level, literally every single level was able to clear very fast with Tornado. There are literally no hard levels in this world. As I said before, Tornado's way too overpowered. I have to disprove my fact more. Tornado's too overpowered in the game normally and in this challenge. And with that, it's time for the boss, Mecha General. Hopefully this boss fight is pretty hard. I'm looking for a challenge. Mecha General wasn't too hard at all, not even close. I was expecting a fight, no, he was not hard at all. Thanks to Tornado, he was very easy to beat, just basically moving around a bit and going near him. As I said before, the farther we get into this challenge, the easier it seems to get. And with that, we're done World 6. It's time for the final world, being Dangerous Dinner. Whether we like it or not, the challenge ends here. Side 1 was pretty easy, thanks to Tornado. Thanks to Tornado ability, I was able to get past section. You normally need the Ice Super ability to get past these parts. But since Tornado can be invincible for a period of time, I was able to get past it. Finishing 7-1. 7-2 was just evil because I kept having to hit the walls just to get up. If I had Tornado, it may be a little easier, but still be really hard. This level was super annoying. Even at the end, I had to go really fast to get to the top before I got crushed. There were a lot of close calls, but I was just able to make it. It was very close. 7-3 was luckily very easy. I had a couple of close calls where I almost jumped, but other than that, it wasn't too hard at all. Which means it's time for the boss battle. For this fight, landing wasn't actually that hard. Thanks to Tornado for being overpowered, it was really easy. Just had to keep my distance when I was in Tornado, and I defeated it. Next up was Megalore, which I struggled a bit with. Since Megalor teleports around and has this big hole, it took me some time to KO him. But once he left himself open, I was able to take him out and enter Phase 2. After being Phase 2, his final phase was just a little bit hard. His severe abilities are sometimes very hard to beat, but once I found the opening, I went for it. And I was able to beat Megalor, meaning that it is possible to beat Kirby 300 Deluxe without jumping. Kirby Star Allies has a lot of allies, from past enemies to new enemies and even old friends. Today, we're banning all of them. Kirby all by himself will have to beat all of Star Allies. Here are the rules. We cannot use allies ever, unless it's for the friend's Circle, Train, Bridge, Star, or Sparkler. These things are mandatory, so we only use friends then. I'm just trying to give myself a chance. We also are going to skip one once, and it does force us into a cutscene where we have to make allies. Anyways, all that stuff aside, can we be Kirby Star Allies without allies? Let's find out. We start off watching Highness trying to release an entity from the Jamba Heart. But in the process, it explodes into many pieces across the galaxy, hitting Popstar. But who cares about that? Let's head to 1-2. 1-2 is extremely easy. There are a couple of signs trying to make me make friends, but who cares about friends? I'm good all by myself. Wait, that sounds sad. Anyways, 1-2 was a breeze. After 1-2, we unlock the Dream Palace. Sadly, since we can't make any friends this adventure, we cannot use the Dream Palace. 1-3 was going really well until this door. This door requires 2 people to open. And sadly, there's no way of tricking the game to open this door without 2 people. So I sadly have to say, it's not possible to beat Kirby Star Allies without allies. Now, don't go yet. This challenge may not be possible, but how much the game is beatable without allies? Let's continue and see. 1-4 is actually possible. It's just a normal boss fight with Speed Woods, not requiring multiplayer. Surprisingly, I thought multiplayer is required for bosses because it would take so long to kill them, but it was pretty easy. One boss started great until another door appeared, which requires another person. This one was not possible. With that, 2 out of 5 levels of World 1 or Dreamland was possible. Time to head to Popstar or World 2. 2 was going well until I found a friend wheel. I know before in the rules I said it didn't matter, but since we can't beat the game, I'm just not going to count the friend stuff anymore. 2-2 was going really well. I was enjoying the nice weather. Until, of course, we had to find a friend door. I don't hate these doors. They're freaking everywhere. 2-3 was going really well. We were almost in the level and about to make it to the end. Until, of course, we found a friend bridge. So sadly, it's not possible. With the last 3 levels not being possible, I really thought this one would match them. But surprisingly, this level was pretty easy, there was nothing the allies were needed to do, and I was able to beat it. 2-5 was the Meta Knight fight. I was looking forward to Battle Meta Knight, because I didn't know if it would actually be possible. Meta Knight's battle is probably pretty hard without the allies. Well, I wish I knew, but sadly I don't get to, since the friend star is needed to get to the Meta Knight fight, meaning this level is not possible. Which means only 1 out of 5 levels were possible on Popstar. That is terrible, not what I was expecting at all. Well, let's just keep moving and head to the Gem Bastion, or better known as World 3. 3-1 was possible, even without allies. It was an easy boss fight. These rats really suck. So far the boss fights have been pretty easy by myself. I wonder if that will continue. 3-2 was going really well until we found a friend bridge. So this level wasn't possible, right? Well, luckily for this one, you can just fly over and make it to the end of the level. I was actually surprised this level was possible. 3-3 was a boss fight with Francisca. And this boss battle was hard. All by myself, it was really hard to beat Francisca. This game is known for not being really hard, but this actually makes it much harder. Luckily, with a lot of patience, I was able to beat Francisca and finish the level. 3-4 started out perfectly. I got wing and was flying through the level. Until near the end where I found this door. And I know with this door, you can't open it without a friend. 3-5 was another boss fight with another Midge sister, being Flemberg. Flemberg is actually harder than Francisca for me, since I almost died because of her. I wonder if Zampartisan's also as hard as Flamberge and Francisca. Anyways, I was able to be here and finish the level. 3-6 was a battle against Zampartisan, the last of the Mage Sisters. Without a bomb, I was able to take her out pretty fast. Zampartisan wasn't as hard as her sister, surprisingly, even with her being the leader. This fight was actually kinda underwhelming. After I beat Zampartisan, she decided to destroy the whole entire Jam Bastion, requiring us to use one of the friend abilities to escape. Being this level was not possible because Zampartisan destroyed the whole entire Jam Bastion. Wow, Zampartisan's very salty. So from this world, 4 out of 6 levels were possible. A lot more than the last 2, I can say that much. Well, let's not waste any time and head to the final world, being far-flung Starlight Heroes. Wow, that was a mouthful. No, not that mouthful. Anyways, let's head there. Floor 1 was filled with a bunch of keys, which scared me. But why did these keys scare me, you may ask? Well, I was scared of seeing another friend door, because I remember in Return to Dreamland, you needed the people to sometimes help you to get the keys. Luckily, there were no friend doors, and all the keys were in chests, so this level was pretty easy. Floor 2 was a boss battle against Wispy Wood's dad, Iggy Woods. I like how they added a new variant to Wispy Woods, it was really cool. What makes it cooler that this level is actually possible. Floor 3 was also beatable. It took place mostly underwater, so it was really easy. This is now 3 levels in a row that have been beatable. It's really weird. I wonder if the streak will continue. Floor 4 was another boss fight with the rats. It was mostly the same with a bit more rats and a bigger arena. That didn't change anything though, they were still pretty easy and this level was possible. Wow, 4 in a row now. Floor 5 was a mini boss rush. Even though I was all by myself, surprisingly, every single mini boss fight was easy. And luckily, since allies weren't needed, this level was possible. We're now at 5, count it, 5 in a row that has been beatable. This is literally crazy. The first couple worlds were like really impossible, but this world seemed very possible. Sadly, 4-6 was not possible. This one's a boss fight against some egg creature, but since you need the friend star to do it, it's sadly not possible. We were so close to have a whole entire world being possible, it's just shameful. Floor 6 was not actually a fire level like you're seeing. I actually lost the footage of this level because of a blackout. All you need to know is that it was very easy, only a couple enemies I had to fight, and it was possible. Floor 8 was another fight with Francisca, the mini sister. This time, she was so much harder all by myself. I really thought allies were not needed at all, but it seems like they actually are, because they make the game easier. To be fair, they make the game a little too easy, but that's not the point. I was able to be here, completing the level, making it possible. Floor 9 was a level where all allies come to die. If you don't know, it's the level where things crush you, and with allies being super dumb, they usually die. But since I'm all by myself, I was able to complete the level, no problem. We're on a new streak of levels that actually are beatable, let's hope it continues. Floor 10 was the boss battle with Twin Krakos. This one was actually really hard. Without allies, I had to do most damage myself, which is actually complicated. The Twin Krakos take up most of the battlefield, meaning I can't really dodge or make much movement. When you're with allies, they'll like sacrifice themselves, do most of the damage, even protect you, but when you're all by yourself, you can't really do that, and you have to dodge all by yourself. But anyways, I still beat them, and as little as possible. Floor 11 was another easy level. I had to make sure not to touch any magma blocks or get crushed by other blocks, but other than that, it was a really easy level. With that, it's another 5 levels that are possible without allies. This is going really well. Floor 12 was a boss battle against Flamberge. Earlier in the video, I talked about how Flamberge is really hard. I don't know what changed, but it got really easy. Maybe because of an ability I was using, since last time I was using a different ability, and this time using Umbrella, which is much better. I'm not sure, it could be from many factors. But this level was possible. Floor 13 was going really well. I was seeing a lot of enemies, I wasn't really requiring any allies. But, and this is a big but, there's something that I have in this level crying allies. Being the friend train. Meaning this level was not possible. The friend train is one of the stupidest things in this game. I really don't like it. With that, it's time for the final level. Core 14 started off with a fight against Zamparzan. Zamparzan was actually pretty easy with help of the Chum Umbrella. I'm not sure I mentioned this before, but Chum Umbrella is able to do damage by just opening up and not doing anything. It's really useful just for enemies above you, and I like it a lot. With that, I was able to beat Zamparzan pretty easily with no big issues. The fight against Heinz was actually pretty hard. With the help of allies, Heinz's health bar did not go down, it took forever. It really shows how the allies are mainly meant for the boss fights. Anyways, I was able to beat Highness while almost dying in the process. But sadly, this level cannot continue to the final battle since you need the Friend Star and 4 friends to be able to complete it. Meaning, after all of that, this is sadly not possible. So from this world, 11 out of 14 were cleared. Which is amazing, I was not expecting that. Like the last few worlds have not been so great, but this one, almost all of it was completed. In total, 18 out of 30 were cleared, so about 60% of the game is possible without allies, which is not bad at all. Meaning if you just took out all those friend abilities and the friend door, the game would be possible all by yourself. Today I'll be telling you about mine and YouTube's first ever 2-player Kirby Nuzlocke. So first, what is a Kirby Nuzlocke? Well, basically, each copy ability is a life. Once you lose a copy ability, you cannot use it anymore. And once you lose all your copy abilities, you lose the game. So how did the 2-player aspect come into my mind? Well, in Kirby Superstar, 2 people can play at once, one being Kirby and one being a buddy. So I decided to take on this challenge with a friend. Who's this friend, you may be asking? Well, it's another YouTuber, Over. In December of 2023, I invited Over to do a 2-player Nuzlocke with me. He agreed, but which mode are we gonna do? After talking to Over for a bit, we decided to do Spring Breeze. So we just jumped into it. Here we go. Level 1, here we go.
Green greens. Alright.
Level 1 was going amazing. We're taking out all the mini-bosses really fast, and getting close to Wispy Woods. Oh, boss fight number 1 already. Is this the end of stage 1 already?
Yep.
Oh, that's fast. It's only been like a minute.
Okay, here we go. Oh.
We did it!
Wow.
Let's go!
That was quick.
Level 1 was amazing, with no casualties at all. But level 2 would be a little different.
Oh, well, look at there, some fruit there. Alright.
Oh, perfect. Oh no!
As in
my God, we lost Bomb.
No, we did we? We lost Bomb.
Well, we lost Bomb. It's only 1 power-up though. Surely we'll make another mistake like that, right? Anyways, we cleared level really fast, and head to the boss fight.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, cause I just couldn't handle it.
Nice.
They're not that hard, but when you have to rely on your teammate that keeps dying, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No, we lost.
Beam.
Did we? Or did we?
Yeah,
not?
Beam.
I don't think we
You
lost
ran out of health.
Oh yeah, technically that counts.
You were dying no matter what. So give life.
Okay.
Yeah. So good luck. I literally can't do anything. Oh wait, I can.
Yes, you can. Oh heck yeah.
That was close. I'm
winning.
About to die.
That's what I call winning.
We may have lost Beam and Bomb. Wow, we lost the first 2 abilities we got. Well, that didn't go to plan at all. Next up was Stage 3, or Bubbly Clouds. During the level, I saw Over's health go dangerously low, so I tossed him the Sword ability. In this game, when you give your buddy an ability, it goes back to full health. It's a pretty cool trick if you're attempting it yourself, so I just grabbed Cutter and we moved on. But during the boss fight, this happened. You're low on health.
Yeah, I'm totally dead.
We lost Sword. Yep, goodbye, Sword.
And I
can't.
Oh,
I'm not even allowed to beam. Here, just take that. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. I got this.
Yeah, I'm high in the corner.
Okay. You can count on me.
I can't. There, I get to dig. Oh my God! Please, are we gonna lose to a kibble, or am I gonna die first?
Oh no.
There we go. Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, it was. We did it.
Let's go! So yeah, we lost Sora, Bomb, Beam with not many left. But we have 1 boss fight to do, so let's go do it.
Oh no.
Oh my... He just lunges at us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Here. I'm trying to get like...
Oh.
See, every time I get close, he hits me. Take this.
Oh, the stone's dead.
Okay,
It's up to you to finish
it's up
this.
to me. I got people counting on me.
We did it! It's done!
Yes, we
Hope
did.
you enjoyed that video. It was very fun to make. Make sure to like and subscribe, drink some water, but especially, have a great day. I'll hopefully see you in the next one.